Hi guys, today we're learning about solving equations using distributive property. So the steps we're going to use. All right guys, I'm going to give you a little bit of time in the end to copy this stuff down. So just pay attention for now. And then I'll put it back up here so that you can copy down the notes. All right, so solving equations using distributive property. Step one is we distribute the number directly in front of the parentheses, including the sign in front of it, the plus or minus sign, to all of the terms inside of the parentheses. All right, just like we've been doing with distributive property. And then we rewrite what's left, just bring down whatever's left. And then our second step, we combine like terms on the same side of the equal sign if there are any terms to combine. And then again, we bring down everything else, rewrite what's left like we've been doing when we solve equations. And then we solve the equation. So, example 1. Notice the 2 is in front of the parentheses. So we're going to distribute the 2 to the x and to the negative 6. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times negative 6 is negative 12. So we write that as minus 12. Now I bring down my equals. I bring down my 24. Now, is there anything to combine? Are there any like terms on the left-hand side of the equal sign? No, because this one has an x, and this is just a constant, right? And on this side, there's just one term, so there's nothing to combine. We now have a two-step equation. So we undo our subtracting 12 by adding 12 on both sides. Those undo one another. Bring down what's left. We have 2x equals 36. X is being multiplied by 2. Undo that by dividing by 2, right? You're just solving your one-step equation. So we're left with 1x, which is just x, equals 18. All right, example 2. Notice what's directly in front of the parentheses. A 3, but because there's a negative sign in front, it's a negative 3. So we're distributing our negative 3 to the 2x and our negative 3 to the negative 5. So negative 3 times 2x is negative 6x. Negative 3 times negative 5 is positive 15. Remember, a negative times a negative is a positive. Bring down our equals, bring down our 51. Is there anything to combine here for like terms? No, right? Because this term has an x and this is just a constant. It does not have an x. So these are not like terms. And then on the other side of the equation, it's just one term, so there's nothing to combine. So this is a two-step equation. So undo adding 15 by doing the opposite, subtracting 15. Those undo one another. So bring down what's left. We have negative 6x equals 51 minus 15 is 36. Now you have a one-step equation. X is being multiplied by negative 6. Undo that by dividing by negative 6. Negative 6x divided by negative 6 is just 1x, which is x, equals 36 divided by negative 6 is negative 6. All right. Example 3. Notice this one has an additional term here. But look what's directly in front of the parentheses, right? The 4 is. So we're going to distribute the 4 to the 2x and the 4 to the negative 6. 4 times 2x is 8x. 4 times negative 6 is negative 24. So we write that as minus 24. Now bring everything else down. Minus 11x equals 12. All right, now is there anything to combine on the left side of the equal sign? Yeah, take a look. We have an 8x and a negative 11x. 8x minus 11x is the same as 8x plus negative 11x, which is negative 3x. Bring down our minus 24, bring down our equals, bring down our 12. All right, now we have a two-step equation. Undo subtracting 24 by adding 24 to both sides. These undo one another. Bring down what's left. Negative 3x equals 36. Now you have a one-step equation. X is being multiplied by negative 3, so undo that by dividing by negative 3. So that leaves us with x equals negative 12.
Please excuse the interruption. Unfortunately, we are going to have to cancel today's DEI support group that normally meets at 11:30. We apologize, students, for this.
All right, guys. Now this one.
DEI support group that meets
this example is tricky.
Thank you.
All right, well, let me go back here for a second. So the first thing we did, right? First thing we did was distribute. All right, once we rewrote what was left, then we combined our like terms, right? Which was here, and then we solved our equation. So those are the three main pieces here, right? First you distribute. If there are any like terms to combine, then you combine those like terms, and then you solve your equation. But in between each step, you need to bring down what's left as an equation. All right, now example 4. So this is the tricky one. What is directly in front of that parentheses that we're going to distribute? What's directly in front of that? A negative 2. Very good. Right? There's a 2, but that minus sign in front of that means that it's negative. So I'm going to circle that so that I remember to distribute not just the 2, but the negative 2. So what do we think we're going to do with that 3? Yeah, so just like bring it down so we don't forget about it. All right. Now we have negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 4 is positive 8 equals 19. All right, bring down our equals, bring down our 19. Now, are there any like terms we can combine in this one? Rihanna? Yeah, we have a positive 3 and a positive 8, right? So I'm going to bring down my negative 2x first because I like having my variable come before the constant just because it's easier to solve. And now 3 plus 8 is positive 11 equals, bring down the 19. All right, now you have a two-step equation. Undo adding 11 by subtracting 11 on both sides. Those undo one another. Bring down what's left. Negative 2x equals 8. Now we have a one-step equation. X is being multiplied by negative 2. Undo that by dividing by negative 2. So we're left with x equals negative 4.